Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. And today I'm going to walk you through EU. I'm going to go through the last few days worth of price action, and we'll identify some opportunities that there were and that didn't happen. And also I'm going to show you an opportunity that I missed, big opportunity, and we'll go through that. So I'm going to start us off here on the daily. And if you've been watching my previous videos, you'll see I've had this weak high pointed out for a while now, right? Since we broke above this high here, this becomes a weak high because it failed to break the low of this swing low. So now, as you can see, we finally come up here, we've finally taken out this weak high, and we've sort of got a new swing leg from the bottom here to the top here. However, we'll be operating within this leg here, right? So that's just something to note there. So now we can remove this, and we have our nice new leg here that swept liquidity and broke the high, right? So let's go down to the 4 hour. So on the 4 hour, you'll see this is a separate week high, right? So since here in April, we've created this new high, this high low here that rejected the 4 hour fair value gap, and then we created this new 4 hour leg, right? So I don't want this to confuse you, but hopefully you can see we've got this new 4 hour leg that started since Monday the 10th of April, and now we are here at the week of the Friday the 14th of April, right? So we've gone and broken out this week high here after rejecting the fair value gap and created this new leg. We're going to start off looking at this price action between here on the 1 hour. So you may notice in the top right corner, you can see we've got this bullish narrative that I've written out, and that's because obviously price has just been bullish on the daily, 4 hour, 1 hour, and these are some notes that I take for my sessions, so I'm aware of where we are in the narrative. So this would have been for Friday. So zooming in on price now, we can see we created on Wednesday, that's where I'm going to start. On Wednesday, we created this 1 hour leg here, right? So that'll be from the low around here to the high here, and we had a pullback. This is that missed opportunity I was talking about. Let's go down to the 15-minute and go through that. Such a lovely, clear opportunity for my plan as well. So you can see on the previous day on Wednesday, we pretty much just ranged the whole day until CPI, I believe it was, and FOMC day or on Wednesday, and we broke up, creating this lovely new 1 hour bullish structure and leg. And overnight we created this sideways sort of consolidation and range, which Asia took the high of. You can see Asia here clearly swept the high. Let's point that out. Asia swept the high here, taking the buy side liquidity and then breaking down correctively. Now when I came on in the morning, right, you can see this as clear as day, this corrective price action leaving inducement here above this 15-minute POI that eventually broke that high, right? So we've got our break of structure, it continued even higher and then came down correctively here. So why did I miss this trade? It's as clear as anything. Let's go down to the 5-minute. So on the 5-minute, we've got our order block here, which is a 15 and 5-minute order block. We've got clear corrective price action, pulling down, leaving inducement above the order block. So inducement being the sell side liquidity to sponsor the move. I had identified our buy side liquidity trend line to target. I would have targeted the top of Asia. And here we're coming into London Open, right? 7 a.m. And I had this already marked out. Now, how I missed this was I was just too slow on the limit. I didn't have my limit order prepped. And as soon as London kicked in, the volume kicked in and it came down, spiked right into it and took off. As you can see, how long was this trade till TP? We would have had barely any drawdown, and we'd have been an hour and we'd have earned 3.5% as a moderate, with a nice moderate stop of 7 pips. Some people could have had it closer and taken more. And you can see we just rinsed this buy side liquidity here, and I've had to journal it because it's bad of me to miss this trade, not be prepared, right? I wasn't prepared for trading before the open. I should have had my limit there set and ready, but it's not the end of the world. So yes, we've gone with the bullish narrative. It's with trend, right? We've got our order block here that broke structure, pulled back correctively. Price was showing which way it wanted to go by building this buy side liquidity, stabbed into it, took off for what was going to be quite a bullish day, as you can see. Now, once London closed, what can we see again, right? We're seeing the same pattern form. So this was the second opportunity here that I had marked out. It just didn't pull back for me. So we had London form this. We had a high here which was swept here, so same thing again. This is internal liquidity. We had London sweeping its own internal liquidity and probably some sort of previous high from another day as well. Swept that internal buy side liquidity here and started moving down correctively, once again coming to the end of the London kill zone in session, right? Pulled down nicely. You could have maybe tried to enter from here, but obviously we're getting into those in between hours anyway. I was looking at an entry here, but I would have waited for price because of all the buy side liquidity we had taken, and gaps below. This leg we would have been in the premium. I didn't enter off of here, which was thankful, as would have got stopped out. What I waited for was a confirmation of this to hold. And price had then swept the internal liquidity once again coming into New York and broke structure. So once we had broke structure here, and it's the same pattern as down here, right? We've got the buy side liquidity trend line. So we've got this buy side liquidity trend line, price showing the way it wants to go. It's a bullish day, bullish narrative, right? We've broken above this high. So I drew this out. You can see I've got my 5-minute ob here. Fair value gap there, and I wanted price to pull back, and I would have entered obviously around here or midway, but let's say here, and I'd have probably have just targeted that high of London, right, with a stop safely below the lows here. But let's say if it was a 5-pip stop, something along those lines, nice and safely below here. If it had pulled back, we could have seen a 4-to-1 or something along those lines, right? But that didn't happen. So continuing on from here, this opportunity that obviously didn't come to pass. Nothing we can do about that. We'll go back to the 15-minute. So the day ended there, very bullish, creating a good bullish 1-hour leg, right? We now had this leg to work with, as you can see. That was the high. So this is coming into Thursday overnight, into Friday now. I had clearly marked out these 1-hour order blocks. So we had a 1-hour order block here, which would be the first one, which would just about be at the discount of the leg and equilibrium. So that would be the first target. And ultimately, we have this very much in discount 1-hour order block from the previous day, right? So we'll go back down into price action for Friday. What did we have here? We had our previous day high. We had Asia come up, take out that previous day high, create some sort of consolidation and range, and then sort of at the end of Asia into Frankfurt, spiked above, and again took that internal buy side liquidity. So at this point, let's go up to the 4-hour. You can see we're within a daily order block now, or a daily POI. We've taken out so much buy side liquidity, right, from previous week highs and even previous POIs from before. So at this point, yes, I am expecting more of a pullback. So yeah, at this point I am expecting more of a pullback. We can look for pullbacks, but again we have to let the trend show itself to us. So we'll go back down into price, and then coming into Friday, as you can see, we had a complete reversal, essentially not reversal in the trend, but we had a reversal in, you know, the current trending days, and we had a pullback, right? Mainly backed by news, of course. Heavy news week. We had Asia come up, take out the previous day high, go into a daily POI, which is up here shaded in grey. This is a daily POI. We had price on a 15-minute start to break structure and come to the downside, break of structure, and price start to fill in these gaps here and come for the sell side liquidity and come down again to discount of the 1 hour leg, which is where we are now. You can see, you know, I was waiting for opportunities. This was news, waiting for the opportunity here to short again, but I wouldn't get involved in the trade around news. But let's go and look into that a bit more. You can see that price had broken down numerous times, broken structure, come back up correctively, hit a POI, broken structure, come back up correctively, 15-minute POI, spiked through it from news, took the buy side liquidity from London and broke down. Further news, broke down again, not giving me the pullbacks I wanted. You can see I had these marked out. We had left fair value gap, order block, price had broken down. Even though we was within a 1 hour POI, price had been breaking down all day, right? So unless price had broken up to the upside and reversed, I wouldn't have been looking for a long at this point because of how much buy side liquidity we had taken, even with the narrative being bullish. It was just a bearish day. You can tell that when price is going one way, you want to go the way it's going, right? So that's where we ended the week and ended the day. So I just thought I'd go through price with you all, and I hope you gained some clarity on how price behaved this week, what sort of opportunities were available. You know, you got to see that we all make mistakes and miss trades, and that you got some value from this. So I'll be seeing you all again soon, and please like and subscribe,